First of all, my name is Muata Greene. I'm a resident of Asbury Park, but I've been celebrating Kwanzaa going back to the 60s when Kwanzaa was first orchestrated. And it's a holiday that has a lot of history. I'm going to give you what it's really about, but a short history of it is, it started in the 60s, early 70s, and it was helped formulated by African-American history professor Muata Greene, who was in California. And it was about bringing back some traditions from the African culture and applying it to the American experience. Some people thought it was a substitute for Christmas. No, it wasn't. Difference between Kwanzaa, Christmas, and Hanukkah, religious holidays, this is a culture holiday. No matter what your religion or non-religion, you can celebrate the principles, which is 7 principles, which I'm going to lay out in the book about Kwanzaa. And today is the first day of Kwanzaa, which is unity. In Swahili, it's called Umoja. And on this literature up here, it breaks down some of this stuff. And it's about bringing together the communities, it's African-centric, but it brings together communities of all, faiths, nationalities, and cultures to build a better society. Because you think about the principles of Kwanzaa, it's about bringing society together. Unity, number one. Without unity, we have nothing. All we have is our sectarian thoughts or our subjective thoughts about what the world is according to what we were taught, and we repeat the same thing over and over. And I think this time, in this country, in this time, is so important to understand the collective culture and how this country really came about. And and how it, they say that's why they call it the United States. It's supposed to be the United States of many people, many cultures. And that's not been about no single thing. Like there were people that existed here before other people came, other people migrated. It's been always constantly about that. And that's what's so important. And like I said, me as an African-American person, who is secular, to be straight up about it, but I believe in the coming together of people. Because under my secularism is my humanism. Because I'm about human being. If you're a human being, we have the same things. Because every human being can help another human being. If you have compatible blood, you can give a blood transfusion. Compatible organs, you can. All human beings are the same. Just like all dogs are the same. There's, you're not a different species. So I think that's the whole thing I wanted to understand. And today, I'm going to turn this on now. This is the first one, which is unity. And like I say, it's Moja. And the reason why it's 7 candles, because it goes through the 7 days. It starts at the 26th, and the last day of Kwanzaa is the 1st of January. That day is in mind. That's ended with, faith. And it's so important that we do this and to have it in this big venue here, which is the center of Asbury. When people ask about Asbury, everybody knows about the convention hall. And to have it here with the Christmas tree and the Hanukkah, celebration, which, by the way, happens tonight. This is the first time, I think, in the last 10, maybe 15 or more years, maybe a little more, that the holidays overlapped. Kwanzaa and Hanukkah starts right at the end of Christmas, and then Kwanzaa, all because, but that's the Roman calendar and the way it rotates. Ends up being that, which is a whole nother story in itself. But I'm going to go through some of the principles basically quickly, but every day, if you come through here, you'll see different candles lit. Like I said, today is Umoja Unity. This is the first day. You'll see like the Umoja, and then each day afterwards. I'm going to go through the principles basically. Then I'm going to ask anybody that has any questions or want to say a few things. Feel free to do that. I want to hopefully have a bigger turnout, but unfortunately, there's so much things going on in the world today, and maybe people are a little holiday burnout. I don't know what's going on, but I want to talk about, like I said, it started in the 60s. And then in the 70s became very popular. And throughout the country and even other parts of the world, people do celebrate Kwanzaa. And, about what's the importance of it. There are 7 principles. The first principle is Umoja Unity. The second principle is Kujijakalia, which means self-determination. The third principle is Ujima, collective work and responsibility. The fourth is Ujamaa, cooperative economics, which is a form, it's like a traditional form of so-called socialist where everybody takes care of the community. There's nothing negative. Just that concept of Ujamaa, cooperative economics, has been around a long time. And this didn't start in the 20th century or something like that. And it's nothing to do with the political people talk about the politics of communism and socialism. It's nothing to do with that. It's a cooperative thing. Nia, purpose, which is the fifth principle. Sixth principle is Kuumba, creativity. Because without human creativity, we exist. We're nothing to exist. And finally, and Imani, number 7, is faith. And this is so, and all that these principles, like I said, represents each of the 7 principles. And there are things that represent, like this is a canera. This thing itself is the canera, which is the candle holder. And this is what, Kwanzaa is really about. This is what Kwanzaa is so important to. We can take these principles and we can apply it to any day of the year, even though we set aside the last week of December to do it. But these principles can be applied to every day of the year, things that we're constantly doing and stuff like that. And that's what's so important about Kwanzaa, And I try to live my life as Kwanzaa. I raise my children to understand the principles and all like that, and to bring that together. Is any question on anything I said so far about Kwanzaa? Charles, I want you to come up. Charles, try to use the story. You come around this way. Just want to add your thing you want to add about Kwanzaa and stuff. We appreciate it. Yeah. Step up, man. Stay in this box and that's it. Thank you.
Paragani, meaning what's the word today? As you heard from Muata, Umoja, unity. He went over the 7 principles of Kwanzaa. The only thing I'd like to add is, as you light your candles, or as the candles are lit, the first one always is the black candle. The next one will be a red candle at the bottom for Kuchi Chagalia. Then for Ujima, we go to green at the bottom. Then we go to Ujama, Ujama, yeah. The red, again, we alternate. Then the green, then the red, and the last one, of course, Imani, the last day, the 7th day, will be the green. That's the only thing I think Muata might not have mentioned. He did say this year that ever so often, Kwanzaa, Christmas, which they say the 12 days of Christmas, well, many of us think of December 25th, Christmas. Then we say the Christmas holiday. Whatever you say about Christmas, the 25th is also the first day of Hanukkah this year, going to the 2nd. This ends on the 1st. Kwanzaa is always December 26th through January 1st. Hanukkah this year is December 25th to January 2nd. Okay? And in the Latino community, they celebrate Three Kings Day, which is January 6th, I believe. So the whole period, of course, is a festive time. I hope that we all keep peace and love in our hearts as we move throughout and beyond this holiday season. Wishing you all peace, love, and blessings. Thank you.
Before I continue, I definitely want to bring up my fellow vet and comrade that has helped this happen. Jason, please.
As I say every year, I'm a man of few words. Met Muata probably 10 years ago now. It seems every side, when you're on the right side of things in Asbury Park, I find Muata there at my side, and it's an honor to be able to help present Kwanzaa here in Convention Hall.
No problem. Yes. Yes. And the more we come together, it makes me feel good when I see different cultures and nationalities come together to celebrate certain things that are good for all of us. And one thing, like I don't know if I forgot to say, I don't know if Mr. Trott said, but the theme is red, black, and green, which is the flag of African liberation and those simply stands for the red for the blood we lost during our struggle for freedom, the black, the color of our skin, and the green for the land, which we exist. Without that, it wouldn't happen. And that's what the red, black, and green is based on. And like it's about, it's about power. And when I say power to people, it's not about hurting people, but it's about bringing people together. And I say that as a veteran because, as a veteran, and Jason can confirm this, when we become in the military, one of the first things they teach us and what we swear on is the Constitution of the United States. We the people. And that's what it's always about. And the military understands that, even though it has its other parts that necessarily doesn't do right. But they understand a person that is about we the people. It's not about a flag, it's not about a president, but we the people, because that's the most consistent thing we have to remember. And I want to say that as a veteran, like, I promote that very much. And I think that's, more in education, kids have to understand, because if we understand we the people, we will let, demagogues and other people come in and just do things, because we the people is standard. That never goes, it gives more rights. It makes things get better. You don't use the Constitution. The Constitution has never been used to take away rights. The Constitution has been used to, like the 13th Amendment, freed people that were in bondage. The 14th Amendment, made them citizens. The 19th Amendment gave women the right to vote. Amendments, Constitution is always a giving, never take away. And that's what we should stand on. Principles of unity and bringing the society together. And that's basically what I have to say. It's a short ceremony. Unfortunately, we don't have a large turnout. Next year, hopefully we'll have a better one, try to promote it more. And I appreciate people being here. And thank you very much. As we say, happy Kwanzaa and Moja. Have a good one.